Welcome back to Shuki Nation. It's FitzBro, and today we are going to be going through my first Hausa build order. Now, I have taken my time putting many build orders up on YouTube because there are changes being made with the African Royals beta on a daily basis. So simply just didn't want to be giving you guys what would be an outdated strategy guide right out of the gate, but I'm fairly confident we're very close to what is probably going to be the build we see at launch on August 2nd. So let's get into what I consider one of the fastest age ups to age 2 with the Hausa and how I do this build order. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be talking through this in real time. And sometimes it's a little harder to get everything in real time and comment on it at the same time. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so starting off, you want to set your livestock market down right away, and you're going to get your cattle to that livestock market so that they can start fattening up and gaining influence. Now, you're going to get that first villager in queue. Once you do that, you want to pop to your town center and start on that granary. Now, the granary is free to make, and it will boost your food gathering. I like to put 2 villagers on it because it gathers very slowly, and I also like to start herding in the first hunt. I even killed it, and I will shift click all of my villagers onto that dead hunt just because I've noticed when they finish building the granary, they will stand still a lot of times. Okay, so you really got to put a lot of micro on this hunt in the early game. And really, your explorer should be just going for killing any treasure guardians, XBs, really nice to pick up. We're trying to get in our first shipment as soon as possible. And my first shipment is going to be 3 villagers. They just added this in, so I'm pretty happy with starting off with these 3 villagers. And we're going to be doing what we would consider an infamous 12-10, as many of you guys know, where we're going to ship 3 vills, and it will overpop us, and we're not going to build a house here in the first age. Okay? Now, I'm picking up some wood treasures, but we're not really going to use that wood quite yet. Actually, since I have 60 wood, I am going to get hunting dogs. They only cost 60 wood, and we don't need that wood for a treasure yet. So this kind of worked out in our favor. And we're waiting until this hits 200 and 200 for the value of the livestock for gold and wood. And I'm going to build my first university. Here we go. We can sell them. Boom, boom. And we build that university right between the town center. And luckily, this map has a trade route. And that will start gathering us experience. Now, you see, I'm not training more villagers. I've queued up those 3 villagers. And how quick this happens, right? There is a lot going on there. So feel free to back it up, watch it a few times until you can really work it out. Okay, and so now from this point, what I am going to actually do is bring one of my cattle over. I think I maybe even could do it a little sooner. And I'm going to delete it and put all my villagers on it. So we can gather. You notice the gather rate on that's going to be 2.2 compared to the 0.97 on the other hunt. And so right now we're just coming by just about the 2-minute and 30-second mark. And I am going to queue up right now. Pause it. Okay. It was just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And I've practiced this a few times and pretty consistently can hit about this time frame. I think you could speed it up even more by bringing that cattle over maybe a little sooner. You guys see I did have about 100 left, so maybe could have brought it over a little sooner. But honestly, I think this is a really good time to be clicking that age up. And you can either be going for a full boom strategy with this. So when you hit the next age, you send 4 villagers right away because you're going to switch this guy over to university. I didn't even have time to switch it because it just got finished. But you switch that to experience. And what I like to do is I ship a palace during age up, and you set that right here, which will add 0.75 per second for influence there or experience. And then during transition, I throw my guys on wood and we'll build. For this one, I would build a trade route right here because a trade post because it'll also boost this. So you're gonna be getting a ton of experience / influence. Maybe you want to go straight for, you can age up with the Aken, and you could be training Encobius with your influence you get right on age up out of your building you finish. Or maybe you're gonna ship raiders first. Maybe you want to go up with the Songhai and be preparing to use those Songhai raiders to put on some other pressure. Or maybe you want to go up with the Berbers and you're going to be training extra villagers out of your native trading posts that you'll get, your embassy rather, and send 4 vills. So I'll show you my transition this game. I just clicked up with Morocco, which will give me experience. So that means right when I hit the next age, I'm going to collect those crates and I'm going to instantly be able to send another shipment. Okay, so let's unpause this. Okay, so I've clicked age up. I'm going to throw all my villagers on wood. I like to get the first wood gathering upgrade. I believe it costs 50 food there. So I'm throwing my villagers on wood. I'll leave a few on food there. And it's actually pretty hard to gather your treasure because you're so busy microing around your town center. When that new shipment shows up, of course, you want to move that cattle to the livestock market. Make sure you have a select all button hotkeyed somewhere on your keyboard so you can just select all cattle and move them easily. Okay, so we've got wood there. I'm going to save up and I'm going to make this trade post right here. Because that's going to maximize the amount of experience we're able to get here. And I actually think this could synergize well with the native rush, because you could get this native post built in transition, whether, you know, no matter what natives you decide you're going to go for, and then you could be focusing that out as soon as gauge up. Okay, I'm going to ship a palace now. Now, as palace arrive, I'll put it down, and it'll boost the gather rate of my experience here, or influence if you want to switch it to influence. And then I will instantly gather the crates and ship some villagers. And I am gathering enough wood because I've got to build a house. And though I could trade some cattle here, you could trade 200 wood and pick up another trade post right away. I'm going to save these for a little bit because I'm going to be selling my cows probably for gold just to get out some of my initial Songhai raiders. Okay, so there, look at that, 2 XP a second right now. So that's really nice. And I'm going to get enough wood so I can build my barracks. Okay, so here comes, look, we got a church. Got to put down a palace. I'm going to collect these crates. I mean, look how fast this is. It's crazy. And then as soon as I get enough, I'm going to build a barracks. And boom, there's my barracks. Now I'm going to ship 4 vills, but you could ship 6 Songhai raiders. I mean, think about right now, if I'd age up with influence, I could be already training units from my trading posts. There's so many things you can do with just this really quick age up. You could put some early pressure. You could even, if you didn't want to put this palace here in base, heck, start moving it across the map and, you know, set it mid-map, and you've got a forward base to ship maybe your first shipment is going to be a unit shipment. So this is the build order I'm using right now for what I would consider one of the fastest age up with the Hausa. It gives you maximum influence. If you can get a trade post, of course, grab that right next to your university. And I really think you guys are going to come up with some really fun build orders that are kind of going to revolve off of this quick age up, kind of with eating the cow. I think maybe we could eat it even a little sooner. So I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on the African Royals DLC here on August 2nd. Make sure you tune in on twitch.tv/FitzBro, and I'll be trying this strategy out live on stream. I'll see you guys next time.